Alright, your view is all set up. We are published. Everything kind of rock and rolling on this project, and we want to go into model coordination next. So model coordination tool is a place where we can go and basically view all of the models put together, assembled similar to how an NWF or Navisworks file would be assembled or appended. However, it's done in ACC, updated automatically, and always accessible to anybody who's on the project. Not only that, but it will also tie issues back into your Revit file, which we'll get into later. To get to this location, we find our project, we go to the tool drop down, find model coordination. This model coordination will bring you here. Now this will all be set up on your project. You don't have to worry about setting up. I'll tell you a little bit about how this works though. Right here is your coordination space. That'll all be set up. If you ever need to switch, that will be where that's at. You can see also when the last time that was published, that was today. Next we have what models we're pulling. So I tell this coordination space what folders to watch inside of the document management tool. So I will tell it, watch this folder, don't watch this folder, that kind of thing. And that's where it's pulling all of this model information from. Now notice it's not pulling the models necessarily, it's actually pulling the views. So that's my arch view, that's my MEP view. These are all my units views, and then there's coordination, elect. Basically these are all of the models, all of the views that are getting published out of those models, and then we can pick and choose which ones we want from there. So when I create a view, this is my view here, but this is all of the models inside of here. This is my coordination model. We got the architect's model. We got all of their unit models inside of here as well, and then the MEP model. We can access this view a few different ways that I just showed. A couple of things you could do inside of it are pretty interesting. We can sort it by levels. This is established via the architect's model. Once I hit this levels button and sort it down, it'll automatically go and cut a section cut to level 1. So this includes all level 1. It makes me be able to see everything really quickly. Or I could just jump right up to level 2, level 3. You might notice I got some ghosting going on. That's actually a setting we can do. So helpful setting right here is ghost hidden objects. You can turn that on, turn that off. Ghosting the hidden objects will leave it slightly visible. If you have that off, they'll just be completely invisible and you won't be able to see them at all. We can also set up our display units to be feet and fractional inches, or if you're used to working in meters or decimal inches, you could do that as well. A couple of other things we could do is uncheck this. To view the whole building, you just check that again, uncheck it, and I'll do that. So let's say I want to cut another section analysis here. This button, we can always cut a different plane. So that's the Z plane. I could pull this forward, back. It's not the best tool, honestly, but it does work fine. It has the tendency to like rotate. So you can cut like a sideways section if you wanted to, and then you can't really restart it without double clicking it, and then it jumps back to the default left, right, east, west kind of thing. All right, we can add, that's the Z plane. I can also add a Y plane. I believe you can only add one at a time. However, you can add a section box. So this can allow me to get a little bit different section. It allows you to provide more than one section plane on it, basically. Other interesting features in this ACC model viewer would be things like measure, cut here, and I can pull dimensions. Green will be a 6 foot. It allows you to do the line or point to point, or the X. I could do size here to here, snaps on. So you can start pulling measurements from here. Take screenshots, do all that type of stuff. I'm navigating this model using the shift button and then also the mouse middle button. So holding shift and then moving the middle button on my mouse allows me to orbit. Just the mouse middle button in is up and down with panning. If you're not used to using a model like that, you can always go in the first person mode. It'll give you all of this. This tells you how to control it. So easiest way is WASD or the up down arrows. You can go left, right, back, forward. I believe up and down is Q and E. And you can also just double click. If I was on the, just double click over here and you can start teleporting around. Okay, that's just a little bit about this. There's a couple other things you could do inside of here. I'm not really going to get into it though too much more. There is plenty of tutorials online. Autodesk's help website helps you do that. From here we can actually access clashes. So I'm going to disable my section box. All right, quick way to view clashes. We have our, let's go with Arch. We can go to MEP all. So now I'm only clashing with Arch model where MEP clashes hit, and it will tell you how many clashes you got. You can go in here. One, you could click on this top one and see all of the clashes all at once. And then you go into your levels if that's helpful. And you see like, okay, these are all the clashes on level 1 where MEP all is hitting architectural elements. If you wanted to sort it out that way, that could be helpful. Or you could go one at a time. You could change the grouping. This is all helpful for like a light overview in my opinion. You can use this however way you want. If it's just for visualization of clashes, just select all of these things. Change this level to see all. And we can start seeing everything that it's clashing with. Probably the best way to use it right there. The only way I think I would use this tool is that. And in addition to that, we have issues. There's no issues on this project, but eventually there will be. Issues will show up as orange dots or push pins, and there'll be a giant list over here showing where those issues are. As you click through the issues that are created by the BIM lead or the coordination team, you'll be able to go directly to that issue in the viewpoint that they set up for it, find some information about it, respond to it. All of that will be covered in a different lesson though. Okay, this is the ACC Model Coordination tool. Let's get out of that and go directly into Navisworks now.